Hey everyone, we're live. And I'm going to do Aquarius now. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, remember these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Okay? Because I don't know what's in your chart. In an earlier astrology, I did it the first week of the astrology for the month. I had said to you, about changing. I always set when I do the astrology, I always set it at Aries because it is the first of the zodiac signs. And I'm just letting you know where the planets are going, where they're transiting, who's retrograde, who's going direct, when this and that. I try to give you the most information I can give you. But at a basic level, not anything further. Just some good information that you can have to help you through the month that we would be going through. So, and I said to you at that time, if you took your sun sign and put it here in the house of self, in the first house, and that would be where your life would start. And you would go around, it would sort of be counterclockwise, is the way the astrology chart goes. Clockwise is this way, but the chart usually goes counterclockwise. So, because these are the stages of life we go. And the stages of life amount to, 7 years here, 7 years there. And I'm sure you've heard the term seasons of life. And those seasons last for 7 years of growth. So anyway, I told you to do that. Now, I have a habit that while I am reading the cards, is that I look at the astrology chart for that particular sign. If you want a more complete, you have to either get a private reading where your chart's pulled and all that, and time is spent with you, talking about things, and where things are going in a time frame or those sort of things. You have to schedule a reading, but these are general. But if you've ever heard of the lot of fortune or part of fortune, it's often called as well. It's a mathematical calculation of the sun and the moon and the ascending. And wherever they may be, if you look at those readings, it can probably give you more information, more things you can relate to. And so while I look at, so I decided that when I came back to reading again and doing the charts again and was able to, health-wise, I decided that I would go ahead and put the chart up there where instead of where I said in the beginning, you put it here, I'm kind of helping you, and putting it there for you to help you out. So remember, these are general. And I will ask you, if you are a subscriber, to please give a thumbs up for the video and share the link to others. Newcomers are welcome. Please consider joining the channel by checking the little subscribe button. I would love having your support. And also, please give the videos a like. It helps with the algorithms. Even if you're just a newcomer here and you're not subscribed, it doesn't take just a second to hit the thumbs up. And kind of, if you want to comment below, you're more than welcome to. I'll get back to comments as soon as I can. And when I'm doing this and I'm really injecting myself into this, getting this prepared and done, I don't have a lot of time. So when I got the open time, then I go ahead and we'll look at the, and everything's published out for the month. And then I can sit back and look at the comments and address them. So let's go ahead and move over to the tarot. You'll see that I read a little bit different than most. So let's go ahead and look, and you can let me know how you feel and think. Like I said, I was telling you at the intro, here's your chart. I've got Aquarius in the first house. Oh, my eye's really bothering me. God, my hair's sticking up. Got one little strand sticking up out there. The last thing I need is any kind of distractions. So anyway, we have here Aquarius is your first house, is the house itself. For you, Leo is your seventh house. Here is the home or parent. This is the goes into the environment, whether you're going into a career, a boss, an authority figure, or an institute, whatever you may be dealing with. And these are signs usually of the parent. The moon is a representation of the mother, and the sun is a representation of the authority figure, wherever that may be, or of your own life, of where you are, okay, in life. So let's cut the deck and see what is going on. I've shuffled and shuffled in between while getting ready. Okay. I'm going to take the bottom, put it in the middle. I'm going to take the middle and put it on top. And what's on top is at the bottom. All right, and I'm going to call, ooh, all right. You're going to start out with the Justice card in your first house. And I will go ahead and just put them down. Here's your second house. You got the Nine of Swords. Third house, you got the Hermit. Oops. Kind of knocked that off the plane, didn't I? This was driving me crazy yesterday with the chroma key thing, and I finally worked on it all yesterday and got it right. I'm my own instructor, my own teacher. I mean, not that I haven't learned things by watching others or listening to others or whatever, but sometimes you just got to do it on your own. Your fifth house, you got the Five of Swords here. Sixth house, you have the World. Saturn energy. Seventh house. Let's see what's going on there. The Eight of Swords. Eighth house. We've got the King of Pentacles. Ninth house, we have the Queen of Pentacles. A match. Tenth house, we have the Seven of Swords. Eight, 11th house, we got the Eight of Cups. And the 12th house, we have the Page of Wands. Your overall energy is the Page of Cups. Got a couple of pages here. Got some seasons. Got some kind of time thing. And at the bottom of that, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, I'm going to go into what each one represents. In your overall energy, you've got a Page of Cups. Pages I look at as seasons. They're a part of the seasons, along with the aces. The page delivers the ace. along with a message of some sort. And you've got two of them here. One is your overall energy and one of them in your 12th house. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Here with the Justice, we have Libra, the sign of Libra, which is in your 9th house. Libra rules your 9th house. And so there's something in your life with that 9th house, which would have some association with this Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the 9 of Swords, which is Gemini. Gemini is your 5th house. So it's going to have some effect with this 5 of Swords. The Hermit, you got 2 9s. Definitely something here with spirituality. Here we have the Hermit. The Hermit deals with Virgo. Virgo is your 8th house, which has something with this has something with your 8th house. Then we have Strength card, which deals with Leo. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. And we have another one over here. This has to do with Leo. Leo is your 7th house. So something that deals with over here in your 7th house. And this goes back to the Gemini. Gemini being again the 5th house. So with something I said with this one here, Gemini and Gemini, that has to do with this, the 5 of Swords. 5s are change. 5s are there's a chance here through this that you can make a change. And it might be a test. You're being tested. Then we have the World. So we have Libra, we have Virgo, and we have Leo. This would be the 9th house, the 8th house, and the 7th house. Well, they're right in a row, isn't they? Something in partnership. In the we. This has to do with Capricorn. And this has to do with the planet Saturn. And Saturn is sitting in your 2nd house, which has to do with this. Again, being tested. You may be having to take a test, or maybe a partnership is testing you. And you've got limited time, because Saturn is about time. The test has to be something with time. But there's some stress here. You're doing something here that's stressing your partner out. Or they're stressing because maybe they're worried about you as well. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a house of transformation and death. death and then transformation. Something ends to something succeeds. So whatever you're being tested here, there's an end that's going to come, but due to time. Oh, I can't believe this. We got 7, 8, 9 of swords, and the 5. This has to do with Capricorn as well. Rulership is feminine energy. This being in the ninth house has to do with a passage, a rite of passage. Ninth house for you is that Libra energy. And its rulership is there. Venus is there in that ninth house. So you may be gaining something here. The kings I look at as mutable signs. So this would be Virgo for me. Because in order for king to be the king and run the realm and rule, rulership, okay, sun's in Virgo. So somebody here is changing. They're changing. There's transformation going on here. We also have the 7 of Swords. We deal with Gemini. The end of Gemini. Where your lot of fortune sets. So something definitely with the calculations with the moon and the sun and the ascending. Something coming up. Capricorn. Transformation. Pluto. Death and regeneration. Birth, rebirth. Even though that this is I'm sorry. That's Aquarius. What the hell? What did I say it was? Gemini? This is Aquarius as well. It's not Gemini. This is Gemini. And this is Gemini. This is Aquarius. And this is Aquarius. So you have the beginning here, but something here, the time. See, when I catch myself, I will correct myself. So there's something in your life here. Something is going to change your life. That's going to expand. Maybe not right now. But there will be an expansion. Especially when Jupiter comes out of your 5th house. Jupiter comes out and goes into your 6th house. It's going to change. It's going to alter time for you. You may have more time, whereas now you're being tested in being limited in time to get something done. Does that make sense? Something here has to be finished. And then you can let some things go. This is Pisces, which is your 2nd house. Things maybe old values, old things, old feelings, is Pisces also deals with the moon And there's some things now that maybe you can relax and release it and let it go. We also have the Page of Wands, another Page of Messenger. So this could be something now that this is done, will be done. You can move forward. You can have the drive and the energy to move forward. Right now, I think this is a lot that has to do with that Ace of Cups and the emotions. And this is where you can finally surrender, because I don't see anything else here other than this Eight of Swords. I mean, emotions going through there like a river. Other than this. You're worried about something. I don't know if this is an exam. All right, let's just for an analogy here. Let's just say somebody here is trying to pass the bar. Okay? And you're stressing, you're trying to study, you're being, really analytical, you're doing all the research, gathering up all the information you can done. I mean, you're studying. And you got to take this test, but you got to do it in a certain time period. And you've got to put all the effort in. Now here, your partner feels some way tied into this. But knowing whatever you're going through is going to change everything. So maybe they're just kind of going with the flow and sort of that trying energy. Loving you all along, valuing, knowing that this is very valuable, or this can really, they love you, they see the beauty of everything and how it can change everything for the two of you. And they're trying to be very compassionate, very loving, sympathetic. They're trying to be nurturing. But you just don't have the time to accept that cup or to give it. But once this is done and you've made the sacrifices, then the Ace of Wands is going to be delivered to you, that now you can go full steam ahead. If, I'm just going to say this, if you pass this test, if you make it, I mean, and I'm what I'm seeing here is you're being very very devoted to something here, but you're worried. You want to get this done. You want to get it over with. You're really putting a lot of yourself into this, a lot of your soul into this. Because like I said, this is all life-changing. Now, when I said something about time and the overall energy, what I see here with the page, this is during this time period. This page. Oops, sorry. Okay. And like I said, with it being there in that area here, it's having a lot to do within the partnership. your life is affecting their life. They're both connected. Now this page, let me make sure I got that right. No, wait a minute. I gotta go take that back. Sorry. It's a little different when I'm offset somewhere here. Oops. Goes through here. Okay. This page goes through here. All right, this would be the Page of Wands in this area. This Page of Cups deals with the time period of here in this area. Let me double check that. My eyes hurting. I'm dealing with pain here right now, you guys. No, I gotta take that back. And that would be the Page of Swords. It would be the information. All right, that page would go, this one here would go from this time period all the way to here, which is exactly right now you're setting your intentions. So I'm just kind of wondering, is somebody semesters are starting back up for sure. And they will end here. Or this is somebody that this year could be doing their finals. And then be out in the world making money. Now, either the partner's going through this or you're going through this. And I see the Justice card, and I'm seeing Libra here, and it's your 9th house. Which, like I said, affects this right here, this Queen of Pentacles. Feminine energy. Capricorn. So is the partner, I mean, are you dealing with someone where maybe you both are going to school? Or going into a career, a kind of an understudy, an undergrad sort of thing. And I've got a feeling here, that you're supporting them and they're supporting you. I mean, I kind of feel like this is really, really good. Because it's almost like with these two, remember Pluto was in your first house up to 2 degrees. So it's kind of was peeking its head in the door, and it was saying, okay, something's going to change here. Something's going to end, and it's going to change in a big way. You're going on to a new part in your life. Maybe you and the partner. It's like somebody's going through this with you. You're not going through this alone. You're either going through this and they're supporting you, or you're both going through something here. But it's just difficult. Don't forget, like I said, the pages bring in the aces. We got one here with the Ace of Cups and one with the Ace of Wands. The overall energy is here is don't forget to nurture the relationship, is what I'm getting. I know you're busy. I know they're busy. I know it's stressful. I know it's all going on. But don't forget to nurture the relationship. Support it. Take care of one another. Beautiful reading. I mean, like I said, sometimes I take longer, and then sometimes I feel like it's just right to the point. I mean, I could go in and say, you're studying for the exams, and it's difficult. And I know Saturn is here in the fifth house, where Jupiter is sitting at right now, and it's, it doesn't feel like you. Doesn't feel like the rewards are there yet. Time is a constraint here for you. And it's like maybe things are feeling like it's not going fast enough, or I can't wait to finish this. And maybe one is going through and waiting and done took their exit exams. Maybe the other person's still working through. But I mean, just seeing if there's something I can pick up here. I mean, the books are cracked open. Somebody's really, really worried here. I mean, they're burning that midnight oil. They're going through all the research. You need to have a little fun too, because you know that something here is going to change. This is going to alter your life completely. You just got to draw on that extra strength that's needed. And there may be somebody here that's supporting you so much that you draw that energy of that strength from them. But don't forget to nurture the other person in the relationship as well. Or that you need substances as well to help nurture you through something here. And I know emotions with the mind and all that can be running kind of high during some time of this, but the benefits in the end really gets you going and taking you somewhere. And you'll see that everything was worth it, even as difficult as it all was. Because the Seven of Swords is right up here where the Scorpio energy is. That has a lot to do with this Page of Cups. Purify yourself as well. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Eat the right foods. I think that will help you a lot during this time. It'll flush maybe the toxins out or the anxieties out. Stay away from maybe from any alcohol. Don't let your emotions just run wild in your imagination. Stay kind of grounded. Stay focused. Because in that midheaven up there is what's going on here is going to affect down here in your home. For sure. As above, so below. Don't do anything deceptive. Please. And I would say pull on your spiritual strength. You know, like I said, some readings, I get multiple stories. This don't feel like yours and Capricorn's doesn't really feel like multiple stories. I mean, it's like directly to the point. Somebody here, it feels like to me, is finishing up maybe their last year in college or in school, finals. They're off to go into the world. Something here with the testing. Don't cheat. Don't be deceived in any way. Be just and fair. Because the partner will know about something here. If you're really putting the effort in. And they want you to do good. They want you to succeed. Make sure you study all that needs to be done. Sometimes you got to stand back and look at the big picture and not get so too focused on the small details. I can't read what's on that. I'm just trying to look at see if there's anything, any little detail I'm missing. We have the infinity symbol here, which really lets me know it's eternal. Keep your notes close to you. Go back over them. Feels like a bar exam. I mean, not, mainly because of that, but it's, that 7th house and 9th house. Which is your purpose, your path. Stay true and honest to yourself as well. Anyway, that's, y'all's is just kind of like, boom, right out there. Usually, like I said, I'm getting 3 and 4 stories, and I'm not doing that here. There will come a time that you'll be able to surrender something here, emotional to you. Oh, be able to let it go. Whatever you've been hanging on to, it'd be time to release it. Which would be, let's see. this eclipse. Let's see. How many? I just want to check something real quick, if you don't mind. Angular. Alright, we don't have anything till next year. But this month we have a partial lunar eclipse. It's going to be on the 17th. Yeah, it's a partial lunar eclipse, and then we'll have an angular solar eclipse next month. So there's something emotionally you may be releasing at this time. And then next month there's something with yourself that you need to possibly let go of. That you may be still wanting it within a habit or something. You may need to surrender it and let that go as well. Yeah, because right after the first quarter of the moon next month, which will be, yeah, you got to surrender something here, a habit or something. Right after the very next day, after the first quarter of the moon, when you set your intentions, Pluto will go to direct, and it'll be headed back to Aquarius, and it's going to be there in your house for approximately, let's see my little notes here, 14 to 30 years. So if it goes in there in 2023, or it was in 2023, it was that short period of time it went in, and it will be in Aquarius until 2024. So it'll be about 21 years. I mean, for a short period of time in 2023 it was there. But it's going to go back, and it'll be there for the next 20 years. And these effects are going to last for several years. Like I said, it will definitely change things. And I don't know with this right here how things are financially. I don't know. Maybe you're even trying to study for, the market. A broker, or a work on the stock market. Could be something of that as well. Anyway, that's the best I can give you right now. Like I said, I'll give you a couple other things here that I'm going to show you. We have the yod, and the yod is the finger of God. This is known as the finger of God, that's pointing something out to you about your future here. The apex is the north node. It will be changing and it will be going into Pisces. And the South Node will be going in Virgo. So a lot of things could probably be in this next year or next 18 months. A lot of it's going to be dealt with, the eclipses or something like that could very well have a lot to do with Virgo and Pisces. That is going to alter your 8th house and your 2nd house. There could be something with your values, your material worth. A portfolio, stock portfolio would be some sort of investment. So you could really maybe something in your career for the future. That's going to change and alter. Especially if it's, these nodes go into your, that would be causing some sort of transformation in your life and sacrifices where you have sacrificed for so long. Now you may begin to start to gain. You'll start seeing the fruits of your work, more or less. Whether it be legal, whether it be, market-wise, but it's you may see something over the next 20 years. And my suggestion to that would be, really save your money. Don't spend foolishly. You are Aquarius, what comes, what goes. But I would really, really try and save. Because right now in this world, we don't know what's going to go which way. We really honestly don't know. And it would be very, very wise of you, if you got it, save it. Save it for retirement where you could really have a good retirement life. And you won't have to suffer like a lot of people are doing now. Okay? And that's what I got for you. If you would, please click that thumbs up and like the video. And remember, also go check out your moon and your ascending. Because that could help with whatever else other information you can get from that. All right? Come back and check out the, I forgot the other one. You do have a T-square here, and it has to do with Mars. Everybody's getting this, okay? Everybody's got to figure out, do I stand and fight, or do I run away from something? For you, it has to do with this, I'm sorry. This Cancer energy with Mars here. Do I stand my ground and on this, which is 6 houses here, work within my limitations right now? You may, whatever this restriction may be with Saturn right now, that's over into your 8th house where this transformation, where the sun is right now. There may be some opposition with Saturn because it's retrograde. But I always say, anytime I say anything about retrogrades, embrace them. If the time seems slowed down, or take that time for you to slow down. Don't push yourself so hard, because you're just going to exert energy you don't need to exert. because it has to do with this energy combined in opposition to the future. You're still dealing with some lessons here in life. So you need to really stand your ground and fight for something that you truly want here. We're all going through it. Whatever our love is, whether it's a hobby that now you want to take it into a further thing in career, or what it was, this is a field of study maybe you really love it and you really enjoy doing. I always say, if you don't love your work, you're not going to succeed. But if this is something you really love, then and you enjoy it, and it brings you a lot of happiness and pleasure in your life, then go for it. Stand your ground. Don't let anybody knock you down, because there's definitely going to be opportunities that's going to be coming, and you got to be prepared and ready to consciously open up your mind, activate the mind into your conscious awareness. I've got this opportunity now that's coming, and when it comes, I need to be prepared for it. Because this is going to change everything for me. Not for me, but for you. It's what you need to say to yourself. And I need to be very much aware of this. Don't just piss it away. Okay? So anyway, make sure y'all give the videos a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you're new here, thank you for coming and watching. And I hope you get something out of the way I read. I read totally different. Whatever I see, I say. Sometimes, like I said, I get multiple stories. I don't like those kind of readings. I don't like how they make me feel. And then some of them are so direct and to the point. And I love that when it does. So just because one video may be only so many minutes long and another one may be an hour or an extra 30 minutes, that means I'm struggling with something there. Or it's showing me something more and more and more. So, and then, but the other ones is like, some of them are just, boom, right to the point. I mean, I could have ended this maybe 10 minutes ago. But I like to help people. And I like for people to learn. And if I can help them learn in some ways in life to make things easier, because everything I've had to do in my life, I had to learn mostly on my own. And it's been a struggle. It's been a trial and tribulation and error. Trial and error, I have to back up. I have to regroup. I have to look at it again. And it takes me a little longer because I don't have that personal mentor. I don't have a professor. And most of them I didn't like anyway, so when I was in school. Because they were too much. They thought their students had to do it like they would do it. I remember one time I was in a literature class, and we had to write a paper on the story that we had to read. And I mean, it was the hardest thing to read because of the language. It was a lot of slang, and I didn't understand some of that slang. And it was almost, to be able to understand it, you had to read the story the way the slang was. You just couldn't just go through it, And when I did, I found it kind of funny. But when I wrote my paper on it and I got my grade back, I was really upset. Because I noticed his notations where he would circle things. I wouldn't have used this word. Or it was always about him. And so when I went up there after class and I saw him, plus the fact he was an alcoholic, because you go up to him and you could smell alcohol on him. And his cheeks were always real like rosea, real red, but it's almost like his blood pressure was up. And I said, I see you how you graded my paper, and I said, you said that's not words you would use. I said, did you want to write my paper for me? Or what? And, you know, he's kind of snobbish. And so I went ahead and I just dropped the class because I knew this guy was going to fail me. When you got that feeling, you know that somebody's going to fail you, you better go drop that class. Don't let it be on your record. Drop it and pick up something else. Okay? So anyway, like I said, I got that for y'all. Thank you very much. And like I said, I appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Maybe share the link so others can maybe get something out of it if you know them. And watch out for the end of the video, because once YouTube finishes processing this video, I can put in there the playlist where all my videos for this month will be, the astrology as well as the readings, so you won't have to go hunting for them. And you can just go down through the list and pick, and put them, you know, in the queue, and then they'll play one of the ones you want right after another. You'll see all the astrology readings there as well. Okay? So thank you again. Love you guys, and hope to see you maybe in the future on live feed. And with that, I'll say thank you and goodbye.